What's up, G-Dubs? I'm just jumping on here like I've been recording on a regular basis and all that other good stuff. Ain't I'm good at that? See how I did that? Shannon here, of course. I'm here at the Walmart. I done found myself at the Walmart. I actually made a list today, so I have some things that I need to pick up. I'm not gonna take y'all in the store. Y'all all know what Walmart look like, and I'm not getting anything particularly special or anything. Just some things that I need to have. I did see they have a rainbow over here, and I think I'm gonna sneak in there before I leave this area. And the only reason why I'm going into Walmart, y'all, is because I gotta go to the bathroom. And I hope y'all can hear me because I do have the air conditioner on. That's another reason why I'm filming right now, is because I don't want the camera to overheat because it's hot as I don't know what outside. So the cars cool down a little bit, and hopefully my camera won't overheat. But I gotta go to the bathroom. And y'all, I'm 55, okay? And I have an old bladder and it can't wait. Because otherwise, I really wanted to go in rainbow first, but I couldn't because I need to go to the bathroom. And I hate going to public bathrooms. But like I said, my bladder's like, you going to this bathroom. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm hoping I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money. And that's going to be a lie. I already know because I just said it. But like I said, I just wanted to get on here. I want to put something out in the atmosphere. I wanted to talk to you all. I want to be more regular with recording and things. I will say, I don't think the vlogging kind, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I think I just kind of like to rather sit down and just have a little conversation and post that, I don't think my day is that interesting in the sense where I feel like vlogging is gonna be something that people want to see. So I'd rather have conversation with you all. I'd rather have something to talk about, So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and it's just gonna be just shooting the stuff, or whatever what's going on, the kind of crazy stuff that goes through my mind. It's whatever. So like I said, I'm go in here to Walmart and get some of the things that I need. I'm gonna probably end up having to go to Kroger, because Kroger has some of the stuff that I can't get at Walmart. I think I'm still gonna go peek into Rainbow just because it's close by, and I think I'm gonna kind of play it by ear from there. So I'm gonna try to check back in for real. I'm gonna try and check back in. I'm trying to at least be consistent with finishing what I start. Like I said, I'm not gonna do the whole vlog, but we gonna check, okay? And we'll see how that goes. All right, kind of like what my t-shirt say. I think this is gonna be backwards, but it does say tomorrow isn't promised, custom out today. So hey, I'm in good spirits. So let me get into Walmart and I'll check back. Hey G-Dubs, I'm back. I'm sorry, I did exactly what I said I didn't want to do. And I said I wanted to do one recording in one day and put it out, and that would be so much easier on editing and everything else. But of course, the last time I talked to y'all was right when I went to Walmart. I did get pretty much everything that I wanted. Then I stopped at Kroger's. I did go to Rainbow. There was nothing in Rainbow. There was just nothing in there that I wanted. There was nothing in there for me, which leads me to another topic. I am a woman of I don't even want to necessarily throw age into it, but I guess, I'm over 50. I'm just going out this door real quick. I'm over 50, and when I go shopping, I really get tired of everything being a crop top. I don't want my rolls hanging out for everybody. And I understand body positivity. I'm sorry, a plane went by. I understand body positivity and, you know, all that good stuff, but I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to share my midsection with everyone. I don't want all my clothes to be cropped, all my tops to be cropped. I mean, I just want a regular limp top. That's it. But that was my frustration when I went to the store. And like I said, I did say that when I did these videos, I wanted to do, you know, something where I at least just kind of talked about something, or, you know, something on my mind. I'm not going to say necessarily rants, but, you know, just things that are on my mind. And one of the things that I got to thinking about was you can tell when people, I live in a house. And this is my mom's house for forever and ever almost. We can get into that later. I mean, she's lived here. I lived here as a child. But what I mean is you can tell because there's a lot of turnover in the neighborhood through the years. And what I mean is, you know, you have a lot of the older residents passed away, and or, you know, and the families are not keeping the homes. They're selling them, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, we all know how that works. But, you know, on this street many moons ago, it used to be an area where everybody owned the house on the street. And it's no longer the case anymore. And that's kind of like my little pet peeve is that, you know, all the renters are moving in, more and more renters, should I say. I mean, luckily we do have some who are buying, but you can always tell when someone is coming from an apartment community. And this is not a knock on apartment living, because I've lived in an apartment before. But I'm just saying you can always tell. And I think my little pet peeve is that, you know, just please try to be a little cognizant of where you're moving to. Because when you're moving into a house from an apartment, you have more responsibilities and you have other things that need to be taken care of. Which brings me to this. Actually, this person, I guess, owns this actually house. And I do believe that they came from an apartment community. But the thing about it is even at owning, you know, you give them some grace. But in this case, they've owned this house, I want to say since 2019, 2020. So it's, you know, your learning curve is kind of, you know, the curve is kind of off the cliff now, you know. So my mom is doing some potted gardening. She was supposed to do it in the ground, but the soil's not that great. She was going to do raised bedding, and just her timing was off, so she decided to do pots for now. And so she's frequently out here. But this is my issue. You got to take care of your yard, people. Okay? And I'm going to show you what I mean. Just hold on. I'm going to flip this over. So they take care of the front yard. They just started doing that. Someone's been coming over and handling that, but they're ignoring the back. So, like I said, that was my rant or whatever, you know. And I'm sure I have a couple other, which I'm sure is around parking, but that's neither here nor there. So, like I said, I'm gonna get this out. Let me know your thoughts. And if I missed something, let me know. You know, maybe there's something I didn't think about. Like I said, I do believe that the resources are kind of limited, but you know, there's able-bodied males that live there, so you know, they, if nothing at all, they can physically get out there and do some stuff themselves. But anyway, that was my little rant, and I'm sure you'll hear more from me. So just let me know what you think, and if I'm off base, let me know. If you agree, let me know. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit the like button and all that good stuff, and we're gonna see how this works out. Okay, G-dubs, I'll holler at you again.